In the past, we could take material either from our bone marrow for stem cells and change that. We could also take material, embryonic material, and change that material as well. We could introduce additional genetic material that would be separate from the genome as well. But again, that would only last for a certain number of cell replications. CRISPR-Cas9 is a really powerful technique because it allows us to go in there and change the code in a very precise, targeted manner. Unfortunately, any technology that can be used for good can also be used for bad. Before any DNA manipulation or anything like that, then particular societies have selected children of particular sexes or of particular features. Now, obviously, that becomes a lot more problematic if you have the power to manipulate the offspring to have very specific properties, to be faster, cleverer, whatever. And I do not think that it should be used for that at all. On the flip side, if you've got a couple of people who have a known genetic condition and they know that their offspring may have a significant genetic disorder, would it be wrong to stop them using a genetic modification to ensure that their child basically didn't suffer from that disorder? Now, we have as a society got to engage in that debate. This is not a decision for individuals, this is a decision for society. And when I talk about society, there is the global society, but there are also different groups within that society that may want to make decisions based on their religious beliefs or their beliefs, and we should respect that. But it's very important that it is an informed debate, and it is a debate made by a society. The 101 always is to make sure that people understand what we can and can't do. So a scientist is not all powerful, it's not an all powerful God. There are things that the technology cannot do, and there are things it can do. And I think it's very important that we as scientists engage through people like yourself as science communicators to inform the public correctly about what can be done. Because we are in this age of misinformation, and if misinformation, then the public can get afraid. So I think the specific example is in immunization. I think we have a really powerful technology that has great benefits for society. I'm really concerned that the conversation between the scientists and that understand the details about the technology and the general public is not happening as widely as I think it should. I think it's really important because that process will be a long process. With fantastic power comes a responsibility, and that responsibility is to engage the public and make sure that we are regulated and that there's approval, but also recognise that we have a complex society that we live in and different people will have different opinions.